welcome to Camnet TV main news today, the 11th of August in the year 2026. Let's now take a look at the news headlines. Government expands water infrastructure to boost rural economy. IG warns political parties against violence ahead of polls. AIPAC demands accountability over alleged abductions. In international news, Trump secretly switched planes amid reported Iran assassination threat. In sports, Zambia drawn against hosts Morocco in 2026 FUTSAL AFCON. Join us for these and many more stories after the break.
Applications for the National Primary School Debate Competition are now open. Collect your form at your nearest district headquarters.
You need to apply for this.
Me?
Yes, you, Chipo.
But I am just a cattle boy from the village.
There is nothing small about being a cattle boy. If you never knock, the door will never open. There was another boy, like you, Chipo. He had nothing but the cattle and the long days. He left the cattle and he climbed. He asked for the hardest job in the country. 2006, he knocked. 2008, 2011, 2015, 2016. Still, it would not open. And they put him behind a door of their own. He waited there, Chipo, and he did not stop believing the door would open. Then one day he stood up, he went to the door and he knocked the first time, and then he knocked the second time. And in 2021, the door opened. And when the door opened, the real work began. 860 kilometers of new feeder roads and 11,000 more health workers, 30,000 new teachers in a single year. And when school was made free, the children came back, 2.5 million, the biggest numbers we have ever seen. All that because one cattle boy decided to knock on the door. If you never knock, the door will never be open to you.
Shikulu, I will go get the forms.
That's my boy.
On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia. And let's continue to move Zambia forward together.
Enjoy the benefits of an instant loan with us ranging from 1,000 kwacha to 750,000 kwacha paid express once collateral is viewed, valued and verified. Call us on 0763 595 359 or 0779 432 993. Classified Financial Express, here as your financial friend.
Voting is one of the few moments where we all have a voice.
One person, one vote.
No titles, no status.
Just a choice.
It's not about doing nothing.
It's about showing up.
Because your vote matters.
It's easy.
It's important.
It's ours. Count me in.
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 Camnet TV main news now showing on Topstar channel 106, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube and on the Kenstream app. With the main news in detail, I'm Tapelo Joe Smarter. Government has reaffirmed its commitment to investing in water infrastructure to expand access to water, strengthen water security, and drive rural economic development. Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation Permanent Secretary Romas Kamanga said the investment would help boost food production and strengthen communities' resilience to climate change. Mr. Kamanga was speaking during the commissioning of the Hajamba and Muntuwabantu dams in Pemba and Kalomo districts of Southern Province. He said the two facilities would directly benefit local communities by providing reliable water for livestock and supporting irrigation farming, fisheries, and other productive activities. Mr. Kamanga said the projects would enable communities to engage in economic activities throughout the year, thereby contributing to local economic growth. He said the dams were particularly important as the country continued to face prolonged dry spells and erratic rainfall caused by changing climatic conditions. Mr. Kamanga said the projects demonstrated strong collaboration between government, the private sector, and other stakeholders in implementing the objectives of the 8th National Development Plan. He described the water facilities as potential catalysts for rural economic transformation, particularly by improving access to water for productive activities. Mr. Kamanga has since urged local communities, traditional leaders, and local authorities to protect and maintain the facilities to ensure they continue benefiting current and future generations.
2026 we commissioned Today's event demonstrates what can be achieved through strong collaboration between government institutions. The commissioning of this dam is a clear demonstration of the government's unwavering commitment under the leadership of Republican President Mr. Hakainde Hichilema to ensuring that every Zambian has access to reliable water resources for domestic use, agriculture, livestock production, and other productive purposes. It will enable communities withstand climate-related shocks, support year-round agricultural production, sustain livestock, improve household incomes, and create opportunities for local economic development. It will support household livelihoods, livestock production, irrigation, fisheries, and other productive economic activities within Kaloma district and surrounding communities. The successful completion of this project reflects the enduring partnership between the Ministry of Water Development and Sanitation and the Zambia National Service, united by a common objective of improving lives of our citizens through strategic water infrastructure development. This project therefore directly contributes to implementation of the 8th National Development Plan, whose vision is to achieve economic transformation through sustainable and inclusive development.
The Zambia Police Service has finalized the deployment of officers to polling stations and totaling centers across the country ahead of Thursday's general elections, Inspector General of Police has said. The Inspector General said the service had strengthened its election security operations through increased police visibility, mobile patrols, crime detection operations, and rapid response teams in all provinces. He said the measures were aimed at ensuring that voters, candidates, and election officials could participate in the electoral process freely and without intimidation. He said the police have progressively implemented the 2026 Electoral Security Plan since the beginning of the official campaign period on May 22, maintaining its commitment to professionalism, impartiality, and the protection of citizens' democratic rights. According to the Inspector General, the campaign period had remained generally peaceful despite isolated incidents involving campaign venues and political violence in some parts of the country. He credited the campaign schedules issued by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, with helping police coordinate security operations and prevent clashes arising from competing political programs.
As the electoral security plan enters its final phase, the Zambia Police Service has progressively implemented the 2026 Electoral Security Plan. Additional police officers have been deployed across the country to strengthen policy visibility, improve response times, and reassure communities. The deployment plan has been finalized with police officers strategically deployed to polling stations and totaling centers. Preparations for mobile patrols, crime detection operations, and rapid response teams have also been enhanced in all provinces. These deployments are intended to ensure that every eligible Zambian is able to vote freely, peacefully, and without intimidation. Our constitutional responsibility is to create and maintain a safe, secure, and conducive environment in which every citizen can fully exercise the right to vote. Every voter, every candidate, and every electoral official will be protected without fear, favor, or political consideration.
The Action Institute for Policy Analysis Center, AIPAC, has condemned alleged abductions in Zambia, warning that violations of due process could undermine democracy, deter investment, and damage the country's international reputation. AIPAC Executive Director Solomon Goma says law enforcement agencies have no legal authority to abduct citizens without following due process or informing their families and legal representatives. In a statement issued on Tuesday, Mr. Ngoma described the alleged abductions as unlawful and undemocratic and urged state agencies to operate within the confines of the law. He said bypassing the courts and established arrest procedures could have serious consequences for Zambia, including possible international sanctions and a loss of investor confidence. Mr. Ngoma said international observers, including the European Union, had taken note of the alleged violations and that AIPAC was awaiting a preliminary report expected on August 15, 2026. He warned individuals involved in what he described as unlawful operations that could eventually face accountability for their actions. AIPAC has also appealed to the Attorney General to provide guidance to those allegedly involved in the operations and ensure that the law enforcement agencies respect constitutional and legal safeguards.
We are deeply concerned about the ongoing abductions taking place in Zambia. We remind all law enforcement agencies and operatives that no one has the legal authority to abduct citizens without due process or without informing their families and legal representatives. Such actions are unlawful, undemocratic, and unacceptable. We strongly condemn these illegal abductions. Zambia is a democratic and a Christian nation, and all actions by state agencies must remain within the confines of the law. The acts of arrest and detention in this country are very clear, and any attempt to bypass the courts of law undermines our democracy and risks placing Zambia under international sanctions. This would deter investors and damage our nation's reputation globally. We are aware that the European Union and other international observers have already taken note of these evaluations, and we await the preliminary report scheduled for release on the 15th August 2026, this coming Saturday. Those behind these unlawful operations must understand that accountability is inevitable. You will be held accountable in your capacity because the law is clear. No operative has the mandate to abduct citizens outside due process. No matter how long it takes, the time for accountability always comes. History has shown us from Rwanda to other nations that perpetrators of human rights abuses are eventually brought before justice, no matter where they hide. We appeal to the Attorney General to guide those behind these illegal operations of abducting citizens. To those who are praising these unlawful acts, remember that one day it may be you or your relatives who will suffer the same fate. Only then you will understand why we must never entertain illegal activities from those entrusted with responsibility to protect us. We therefore caution all operatives involved. You have no legal mandate to abduct citizens. You will be held accountable for your actions. Zambians' future must be built on justice, transparency, and respect for human rights.
The Lusaka City Council LCC, in collaboration with the Road Development Agency RDA, has commenced road marking works along Kafua Road to improve road safety and traffic management. The exercise involves reinstating and improving lane lines and other pavement markings to clearly define traffic lanes and provide motorists with better guidance along the busy road. LCC Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba said the improved markings would promote lane discipline and enhance traffic flow by helping motorists navigate the road more safely. She said the markings would also improve visibility for motorists, particularly at night and during adverse weather conditions when road visibility can be significantly reduced. The council said the collaboration with RDA forms part of ongoing efforts to improve road infrastructure and enhance safety for motorists and other road users across Lusaka. The works are expected to give motorists clearer lane guidance and contribute to safer and more orderly movement of traffic along Kafua Road. And that particular story takes us to our first set of commercials, but do join us for more news when we come back. Do stay tuned.
Every celebration, there's a simple choice being made. To belong, count me in. In moments of love and promises for tomorrow, count me in. At the checkout line, in the middle of an ordinary day, a reminder that every number matters. Count me in. Across our communities, our streets, the same message finds us. Count me in. From the everyday worker to the hands shaping our future every day, the call is the same. Count me in. And around the traditions that bring us together, the message becomes impossible to ignore. Count me in.
This election season, your vote counts. Get your NRSC and voters card ready.
Count me in.
From time immemorial, We have had different types of lighting options, from those that can burn down our investments in minutes to those that dig holes in our pockets due to constant replacement and huge consumption of our ZESCO units. Savenda Electric introduces the new and advanced electric bulb with cutting-edge technology of LED that has low power consumption, gives out bright white light, and lasts up to 25,000 hours. Savenda Electric manufactures all types of LED light, like plastic LED fluorescent tubes, down lights, ceiling lights, outdoor fittings, and solar street lights made to customer specifications. Let's live on the bright side of life by choosing the wide range of Savenda electric lighting solutions that are available in all leading stores and supermarkets countrywide. For orders, call 0962-642-490 or email jnbunda@savenda.com or pchabula@savenda.com.
It's morning again in Zambia. Today, millions of our children will go to school more than ever before in the history of our country, because free education is opening doors that were once closed. Today, with over 40 million kwacha to spend, communities will build clinics, improve schools, drill boreholes, and transform lives using the increased CDF. Men and women will walk through markets and stations freely, without fear or intimidation from cadres. But the journey is not over, and we still have more work to do.
We've started the change. Now let's finish the job. On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia. And let us continue to move Zambia forward together.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for still joining us on the Camnet News Desk. We continue with the main news. Chief Moyo of the Tonga-speaking people in Pemba district has urged Zambians to give President Hakainde Hichilema another mandate, saying the UPND government has accelerated development across rural communities. The traditional leader said increased Constituency Development Fund (CDF) allocations and the expansion of social cash transfers had driven significant development, particularly in rural areas. Chief Moyo said the UPND government had demonstrated a clear development agenda and was implementing policies that were transforming communities. He said the scale of development taking place in Pemba district and other parts of Southern Province was unprecedented since independence. He also openly declared his support for President Hichilema and UPND candidates in the forthcoming elections. The traditional leader was speaking when Minister of Water Development and Sanitation Permanent Secretary Engineer Romas Kamanga paid a courtesy call on him in Pemba district.
Ankamu ya UPND iyendelezebwa n'abahakainde Hichilema nno gainamba kuti bo obuno bwabajamba yagalinowe wajindikirawo ino lyaganyira nkamu myaka byofo nawatidoakai twabona zihandene ino zihandene amweni kuti nzipandule nokuba kuti tulizijerera kuti nzipandule milimo yokuliyeyi muzibhadhara kuti zvibhadhara zepati twapekwa chibhadhara chipati chotakakakwena kanureveamba kuti notwakatora independence mu64 muri kuti kuina achichitikitevyama kave ibuyeya ibuleruka aizezi ndichitikite amakazi mujambata mundiwene wekomenepe nkwari kuti urasonderwa nomwabona veya kuti mavota anga ari mujamba atarikira kuriwa wati kase ukotakali wa muna againde emuki ukotakali muna againde onya againde mupatigale aindilile kupati wawe ibupaira byomukuti iswepo ibukomena kwalo wamakuti againde kochia kumbele.
Christian Democratic Party CDP President Professor Daniel Pule says his government will complete the construction of the National House of Prayer in Lusaka if given an opportunity to govern Zambia. Professor Pule says the CDP will also build national houses of prayer in all provincial centers as part of its plan to uphold Zambia's Christian character and promote national unity. He says the party will maintain Zambia's declaration as a Christian nation while implementing policies aimed at empowering citizens. Professor Pule says the CDP will also reform land management policies by drawing lessons from neighboring countries to ensure Zambians have adequate access to land for productive purposes. He says it is unacceptable for people to be displaced from land they have occupied without due consideration of their rights and livelihoods. Professor Pule says his administration will prioritize policies that empower citizens with adequate land so they can engage in agriculture and other productive activities. He says access to land remains critical to improving livelihoods and ensuring that Zambians actively participate in the country's economic development.
The Christian Democratic Party, once given an opportunity to preside over the affairs of Zambia, will not only maintain the declaration of Zambia as a Christian nation, but equally complete the building of the House of Prayer in Lusaka, which today remains abandoned and deserted. It's also our plan as a Christian Democratic Party government, when we are in government, to build national houses of prayer in all the provincial centers to begin with, and then all the major towns in Zambia. Learning from some of our neighboring countries on the management of the land policy, we shall ensure that we empower our citizens with adequate land in order for them to remain productive. It is totally unacceptable to relocate people from the land where they were born just because an investor wants the same land. We are not against foreign investment, but our laws need to be followed, coupled with respect for humanity. In order to protect and defend our people from unnecessary displacements, we shall give title deeds to all landowners across the nation as security just in case of forced claimants. And this includes village land, wherever our people own land. We love all those foreign investors who may have shown great interest in acquiring land for the purposes of farming or any other developmental project.
We now go to Western Province, where marketeers at Mandanga Market have appealed to the local authority to urgently construct an ablution block to improve sanitation and protect traders and customers from health risks. The traders say the market lacks proper sanitation facilities, forcing them to depend on toilets in nearby households whenever they need to answer the call of nature. Speaking in an interview with Camnet News, marketeer Chitumbo Mukonda said the lack of an ablution block was not only inconveniencing traders but also threatened hygiene standards at the market. Ms. Mukonda said traders are forced to seek permission from residents to use domestic toilets a situation she described as unsustainable. She called on the local authority to urgently provide a proper toilet facility with running water to improve sanitation at the market. Meanwhile, businessman Chinyemba Kaumba said the situation was also affecting nearby businesses, particularly his guest house. Mr. Kaumba said marketeers frequently approach his guest house seeking to use the available toilets, causing inconvenience to his guests and business operations. Our reporter, Kelvin Kabilam Sievo, filed in this report.
Lack of proper toilets in markets severe harms traders by causing major health risks, cutting into daily sales, and creating an undignified working environment. Marketeers trading at Mandanga Market in Kambure Ward have expressed concern over the non-existence of an ablution block at the market. Speaking in an interview, Chilombo Mukonda revealed that the absence of functioning toilets forced them to rely on nearby household toilets.
Wafakuti hala market yetu kusina matoilet bamo bandina kwenda bafuma kukana bandeka ma business yabo mujo mama nswakulande satondeka kuya akatani kumikono akemane kukumukunda kwake manena kwani kubangana hulayani bamuli nabo badambo mukakanyeza kunjimu so tunaziyela hachikumu banakewa tubalanga kwatu mipangela ngachitu boteleni ko nambe tukababotela ngasumo utuli nakoni ashona lwezanga kulibala ma toilet seke uli mutu inswa market batakutaneke kwa mawo kwanshku ya kwa maneighbors kwa maneighbors amaplota insikawufuni market kona kosi weli kuikusisa papa mane angata kuikusanga tukopo mwati asa mastand bosa swane lukubewa tukopo bakuli utapera ndi mwateni kwa mawu saiba njikuli mutu ukulile mwamba ausana ukona nipitani pa market kukulisa ukainafira kwa ili akuna kwa kalimbali mpaka batuko kakona kumatamatila na mukawufira bahanga bakuli at least saiba njikuli mkonile kumifama poti aluna mkone kulutuza kuleza wate kwa tulimbali
Other traders have since appealed to the local authority to urgently intervene by constructing an ablution block at the market.
A toilet market hakuna. Watu wasili bazi yele amaswe. Uzwanga famisi kapi watu wanoyanga kwa manduinge yokupanga matoilet kwanto kwa manebazi. Ulawate nifo masila kwanto watu wazi yele kina kwa matuku ye.
Aluna matoileti aluna ne wakumbira manyalala so bekazengata kaofera mapuli market kupira watu abangata banana ne babahundu machembele ono toilet market aitofu mane akulina ni masira ni matuku amangata kona mwaka bela onachwalo hande tezi masira neme kufita kwa mwa wa matoileti aluna ni matoileti kupira mamatata to kwa tu social way.
Meanwhile, one of the businessmen, Chinyemba Kaumba, has complained over marketeers disturbing to his guest house, seeking for ablution, and he is appealing to the local authority to find a lasting solution to the marketeers' challenges.
Market ya Mandanga bansinyeza wakasaka matoilets abana. Kambe kintu ekona nikupa katata mkuskuli muso ulutuse utolukisa matoilets abantu. Akuli batwaze yera kona kubaya akola wokana kuipata mwana wata kukibangata che bungata wone bansinyeza matoilets mwalimo.
Traders trading at this market hope that their concerns will be swiftly addressed to enhance their working conditions and support their businesses. Kelvin Kabiram Siewo, Camnet News in Mungo District, Western Province.
From Western Province, we now go to Central Province, where NAIS reports that two traditional leaders from Southern Province have undertaken an exchange visit to Chief Chamuka's chiefdom in Central Province to learn about the importance of documenting land parcels and the benefits of planting agroforestry trees, an initiative supported by 1 Acre Fund. The visit, which brought together Chief Chikanta of Kalomo District and Chief Macha of Choma District, highlighted the growing recognition among traditional leaders of the need to safeguard land rights and promote sustainable farming practices. Speaking during the visit, Chief Chikanta emphasized that proper land records are vital for development. Details from NAIS in the following report.
This is Chief Macha from Choma district. This one here is Chief Chikanta of Kalomo district. The two traditional leaders are in Chief Chamuka's chiefdom to learn the importance of safeguarding land rights and promote sustainable farming practices. Chief Chikanta gives his key takeaway message.
The certification of land is a very big issue in the country. Traditional land is mainly not documented, meaning people will always have disputes over land boundaries between families or between farmers. So this issuing of traditional land certificates or parcel sets is a solution to unnecessary land disputes.
Chief Macha echoed these sentiments.
As a family, you must have documents for the land you stay on, so that even if you die, the land is already demarcated and known to the people to say this land belongs to this family. Oyama samu amutuwe tuwe mba shangwa. Sinariku iwamba ti mutuwe tuwe ngu fertilizer. Tusoma liku fertilizer manji. Anu kuli shamu ishangwa kuteti mapwago gatanda fertilizer kakakumela kutuka wutu.
Host farmer Enoch Mpofu explained the importance of agroforestry trees.
Nga tumitengo tumu 2023. So hapa tuna 2 years 7 months. But benefit ya mimi ninakonda hapo ya first yoyamba ni manyua mumunda. And then number 2 wati pasako na ngania maintenance. Then wati promise mutu hapa after 4 years bambo tipasako na ndrama za carbon.
Chief Chamuka, who has been championing land documentation as a way of reducing disputes and ensuring equitable access to land for future generations, expressed pride.
We want now as traditional leaders to change the mindset of our people. And as you can see, we talked about the customary land certification. So this farm belongs to that person, and because it belongs to that person, that's why he has planted the trees, because he knows that this is my land.
One Acre Fund government relations and policy leader Daniel Zimba had this to say.
This exchange visit is for the chiefs that we have from Southern Province to get to learn and appreciate more on our agroforestry program, specifically in line with how One Acre Fund has worked with His Royal Highness Chief Chamuka in empowering women, specifically around issues to do with documented land rights. By working with His Royal Highness Chief Chamuka, we've been able to come up with a model that we feel can be replicated across different chiefdoms.
Helen Witty reporting from Chisamba, Central Zambia.
That story takes us to our second and final set of commercials, but do join us for international and sports news when we come back. Do stay tuned.
For decades, Zambia has searched for its promise. Through triumph, sacrifice, and difficult seasons. Many promised change. Many spoke of hope, but the burden remained heavy. And then, a servant of the people stepped forward. Not perfect, not a magician, but a man willing to lead his people through the wilderness toward a better Zambia. Like Moses leading his people toward the promised land. The journey was never meant to be easy, because nations are not built overnight. They are built through faith, sacrifice, and perseverance. The work is not finished, but Zambia is moving forward.
On the 13th of August 2026, vote for Hakainde Hichilema as President of the Republic of Zambia.
Are you looking for a reliable and efficient courier company with international standards? Then let UBZ Courier, your trusted partner in swift and secure deliveries, be your ultimate choice. Whether it's a small package or a hefty consignment, UBZ Courier handles it all, locally and internationally. Our modern call center ensures personalized attention for every client. For seamless deliveries within Zambia and beyond, trust UBZ Courier. Call us now on +260 763 062 680 or visit us at plot number 15 Mwapona Road, Woodland, Lusaka, Zambia. UBZ Korea, a world-class brand that can be trusted.
For immediate coverage of any breaking or latest news in Zambia and around the world on Camnet television, call the numbers on your screen. Camnet television, bringing to your screens fair news, impartial news, credible and reliable news all the time. Get the whole truth on Camnet World News. Camnet Television, not just another channel.
Voting is one of the few moments where we all have a voice.
One person, one vote.
No titles, no status.
Just a choice.
It's not about doing nothing.
It's about showing up.
Because your vote matters.
It's easy.
It's important.
It's ours. Count me in.
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 Welcome back to the Camnet News Desk, and now in international news. President Donald Trump recently switched from Air Force One to a smaller military aircraft after last month's NATO summit in Ankara. According to the Washington Post, in an elaborate security operation reportedly prompted by an Iranian threat against him, President Trump was publicly seen boarding an older model Air Force One at Ankara Airport after the NATO summit, leading journalists and some White House staff to believe he would fly aboard the presidential jet to Britain. But according to the Post, President Trump was secretly transferred minutes later to a smaller Air Force C-32A. The newspaper reported that President Trump and several aides used an airport catering truck to move between aircraft without being seen by those outside the operation. The Associated Press has not independently confirmed the report. Here's a roundup of international stories.
President Donald Trump reportedly made a secret aircraft switch after last month's NATO summit in Ankara amid fears of an Iranian assassination attempt. According to the Washington Post, Trump boarded an older Air Force One in view of cameras, but was then secretly transferred to a smaller Air Force C-32A using an airport catering truck. Journalists and some White House staff reportedly believe Trump remained aboard Air Force One as it flew to Britain. The operation came as the United States was carrying out strikes against Iran following attacks on a merchant shipping. The White House and Secret Service declined to comment, while the Associated Press has not independently verified the report. Trump has previously acknowledged facing constant threats, telling reporters, "But if I go, you go." The reported ruse highlights the extraordinary security measures surrounding a president traveling amid an active conflict, where even the aircraft can become part of the protection plan. Authorities in Ethiopia's Tigray region are accusing federal forces of carrying out deadly drone strikes, raising fears of a renewed conflict in war-scarred region. The Tigray People's Liberation Front says a drone strike hit Merewa in southern Tigray on Monday, targeting Tigrayan troops and causing casualties. A TPLF official also claimed a high school was hit, though the allegation could not be independently verified. The Federal Army has not responded to requests for comment. The accusations come amid growing tensions along the Tigray-Amhara border, where federal and Tigrayan forces have been massing for months. Tigray emerged from a devastating 2-year war in 2022. An African Union estimate puts the death toll to around 600,000. The peace deal ended the fighting, but disputes over territory, displaced people, and the disarmament of Tigrayan forces remains unresolved, fueling fears that the fragile truce could unravel.
A Syrian court has sentenced former leader Bashar al-Assad to death after convicting him in absentia for war crimes and crimes against humanity during the country's devastating 14-year civil war. Assad fled with his family to Moscow as Islamist-led forces closed in on Damascus in 2024. The fugitive defendant Bashar al-Assad, son of Hafez al-Assad and Anissa, born in 1965, is convicted of the felony of intentional homicide, the deliberate killing of more than one person, the deliberate killing of children under the age of 15, deliberate killing accompanied by acts of torture and extreme brutality, constituting crimes against humanity and war crimes. Assad's brother and cousin were also sentenced to death. The ruling is the first since Syria's transitional authorities began trying figures from the former government, both in person and in absentia.
And finally, in sports news this evening, Zambia has been drawn in Group A alongside hosts and three-time champions Morocco for the 2026 Total Energies CAF Futsal Africa Cup of Nations. The draw, conducted in Morocco, has placed the Zambia futsal national team in a challenging group that also includes Libya and Algeria. The tournament will run from October 12th to 21, 2026, bringing together the continent's leading futsal nations. Zambia will face a familiar opponent in Morocco, having also been drawn against the hosts in the 2024 futsal AFCON. Group B comprises Egypt, Angola, Mozambique, and Tanzania. Zambia has featured at the futsal AFCON 3 times and will be targeting a stronger campaign as it seeks to make its 4th appearance count. The team, coached by Andre Cristoforetti, recently hosted Tanzania as part of its preparations for the continental competition. Morocco will enter the tournament as one of the leading sides on the continent, having won the futsal AFCON 3 times. Zambia will therefore need a strong campaign against some of Africa's established futsal nations to progress from Group A and make a deep run in the tournament. And that brings us to the end of this edition of Main News on Camnet TV. But before we go, we take a recap of stories that made headlines. Government expands water infrastructure to boost rural economy. IG warns political parties against violence ahead of pause. AIPAC demands accountability over alleged abductions. In international news, Trump secretly switched planes amid reported Iran assassination threat. In sports, Zambia drawn against hosts Morocco in 2026 futsal AFCON. We now look at the Camnet verse for the day, coming from the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 18. It reads, "For surely there is an end, and thine expectation shall not be cut off." That ends the Bible reading on the TV. But dear viewer, like always, be reminded that Camnet TV is not just another channel. Now showing on Topstar channel 106, streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, and on the Kenstream app. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Tapelo Joe Smarter. Good evening and God bless.